Hello everybody, I am Daryl and welcome to Blank D20. Today I'm going to be talking about lacking inspiration. When people talk to me, when my friends ask me a question, they come up to me and they say, I'm having a hard time getting into or looking for ways to improve my games or spicing things up to make it more believable, more fantastical, something more horrifying, or anything else. And I sit down and I tell them the one thing that I always do when I cannot think of anything myself: draw inspiration from the real world. The saying truth is stranger than fiction is actually quite true as you take a look at the events that unfold in our own world, and if you replace the word Nazi with necromancer, or if you take name, I don't know, Joseph Stalin, and you replace it with a Frederick, some guy named Fred, you have a villain of a sort, and so on, and you can create these interesting, elaborate creations. One thing I do actually is very strange is that I draw some of my greatest inspirations actually from for creating an evil character is from my greatest nemesis, and he will remain nameless this entire thing. I will not bring up his name. I will not slander him. I will not give him the joy of using something against me if he ever found this. It's an interesting thing about how you can take your worst enemy, take parts of his personality, ramp it up to 11, and boil down the essence of who he is or what you hate about him or her, and use it as a building block of an enemy. When I'm going to talk about the bad qualities of this individual, he is a manipulative person, he is dishonest, he rallies others against you, and he will try to drag your name through the mud behind your back and shake your hand and offer you a handkerchief to clean up after his misdeeds. When I was running a game, my most successful game in my entire gaming career, for 9 months, I made a character named Kalen. This was a man that everyone hated. He was full of himself, saw that he was the greatest thing in this entire city-state. He was unchallenged and uncombatable on any single means. And he was difficult to please. His ego was sky high, and you could not touch this man in his mind. The fact of the matter is the players actually turned on the head because he was necessary. He was something that was valued by the party because his resources and his connections made it easier. They found this guy's easier as a ally for the time being, as instead of an enemy. There was a greater nemesis or evil out there. And when his usefulness became to an end, and I somehow was able to paint it, I thought they were going to kill this guy outright in the beginning, I should mind you. I was able to paint a perfect end of him in a duel between him and an NPC that the players liked a lot, and they could not challenge him outright. So they were able to get the situation to unfold in their favor. After the death of the NPC, or this villain, he was replaced, and they were able to put somebody that they approved of on the pedestal. But the whole point of that I'm getting at is that everyone, when you're having a hard time looking at this example or story, I should say, is that you take bits and pieces of people you know, individuals you've met. I made villains out of some of my good friends, some of my closest family, and I just simply take a little bit of something that I was like, okay, remember the time you did this to me? And then there was that, and a whole grab of this. you form something that's not exactly what I would say stress relieving, but an inspiration of what's around you. That guy that cut you off on the road, use him as like some NPC that you see only once, who is a guard that the players hate all for no apparent reason. Give him a generic name and have him be beat down. Or the crying lady who's on the street because her lover left her. You suddenly pull that out as well. You find the grumpy store clerk that has to deal with an idiot day after day or horrible customers every single moment. As you see him go off back, steal a smoke, and just take 5 minutes, and the players see that. You just look at what you see around you. Think about your day when you're running a game and you hit a brick wall. Just take 30 or 40 seconds to say, hey guys, hold on for a second. Let me get myself together really quick and create something for you. I didn't think this too far. Be honest and out in the open. Just grab it. Grab your day, sort through certain things, grab a memory off the top of your head, and go with it. It's funny that people come up to me and they say, I like your NPCs. They feel real to me. I am invoked with emotion when I see them. I want to strangle this guy. I want to help this person. You make them a reason to want to like them. Why did you want to help this person in life? Why did you hate this guy who did this wrong to you? This is not something that most people think about doing, strangely enough. Most of the time people say what you do is you write on a piece of paper and you say what is their goals, what's their personality quirks, and so on, and it's not actually what I find fun. It kind of feels more like you're doing work instead of enjoying yourself, and I am a very creative person. I'm not mechanical when it comes down to story elements. I like creating things. I do not feel like I'm writing out a stock report. Anyways, what do you guys do when you guys hit a brick wall? What kind of inspirations do you draw from? And what methods have you come up with? I mean, feel free to say them down below, or even just make a response to this. It's just anything you want to do. Anyways, I hope you guys found this very helpful. I'm Daryl, and I'll see you guys later.